Manny cam here. All right. Are we on the air? All right, well, tell me we're on the air, Logan. We can't start with this sort of negativity. Well, you tell me. You just yell it. You're on. Give me. Aren't you supposed to go 3, 2, 1? Oh man, I don't want to start out like that. We got a big show tonight. We got George Stroumboulopoulos here tonight, not to be confused with George Stephanopoulos or Snuffleupagus.
That's right. Absolutely.
That was emailed to me by a viewer.
All three of them?
That joke.
That's a good joke.
We've got George Stroumboulopoulos here tonight, not to be confused with George Stephanopoulos or Snuffleupagus.
I'll tell you about both of those guys in a bit.
Yeah? Thanks for coming, man.
Nice to see you, buddy. How are you?
Awesome. Good. This is exciting. And this is the first time we've had Annie join us on the show.
I grew a beard for you, and then you shaved.
Oh, yeah, yeah, exactly. It was like 2 ships passing in the night.
That's right. I was trying out for a shoe bomber in a movie, and it didn't work, so.
Oh, really?
No,
Yeah.
can you imagine?
Richard Reed role?
I should, yeah.
Yeah.
How are you?
It's good. Now, just to let all our, are you on, you are a broadcaster from Toronto.
Right.
You do a nightly show on the CBC called The Hour,
right.
which is an amazing show.
Thank you.
Been doing radio for years. Interviewed me many years ago when I was just a young rapper.
Yeah, a couple times, and an author.
At Much Music.
That's right.
Yeah, in the tape room downstairs.
That's right, in the library where all the great interviews
Was
were.
that 10 years ago or something?
It feels like it might have been.
You've interviewed such people as Al Gore.
He's right behind you.
Oh, we can actually cut to that. Look at that.
He's right behind
There
you.
you are talking to Al Gore. Can we hear it too, or is that not part of the broadcast tonight? Come on, man. Let's make this. We got Robert Kennedy here tonight. On audio. Okay, now you're cutting to it full screen again, though, Logan. We talked about this earlier today. You're supposed to cut to the wide shot, so you can't. You don't, because then Logan, can you? Because the person sitting here looks at us and they say you're ripping off all our content.
No, you can do it. I don't care.
Oh, did you not plug in the wide shot? We had a meeting about this, man. We had a meeting about this today. Literally, what did we not sit down and meet about this? Where we said when we play the footage from the show, okay, from George's show, okay, didn't we say that we would cut to that shot? Logan.
Yes.
Yeah. So why was the camera not on?
I don't know.
Look, you're embarrassing me in front of my fellow countrymen here. I've got a broadcaster here. That's the shot we talked about. So
That's
then we
a good
can watch
shot.
you talking to Al Gore, and it's not like we're just ripping off your stuff, you know?
I hear you.
Check it out, though, for a second. Let's watch this.
Hurricane stronger. It's melting the North Pole.
But that's not new. People know this.
No,
People don't care though. You know that.
I don't agree with you. I don't agree
TV
with you.
sales through the roof, and it's not just that.
But you couple two things. You said, oh, it's not new, people know this and they just don't care. That's wrong. Because people who accept it and who really know it do care. And
That's a cool shot, though, you see, us watching it.
It's a fabulous shot.
And you're arguing with Al Gore there.
I'm in discussion with him, yes.
What was that like?
It was neat. We had 10 minutes to do that interview. It was him promoting An Inconvenient Truth. And in 10 minutes, 3 times I asked him if he was going to run for the leadership of the Democratic Party. He said no all 3 times, and I don't believe him. Although now that the live Earth ratings are in and they're not stellar, they weren't stellar, I wonder if that'll affect his decision.
So you really think that he's kind of playing with the public and he actually is going to decide to run?
Well, I think he wasn't sure, but I think what he realized that had he got involved as early as, let's say, Obama did or Hillary Clinton, he'd have to go through all that same crap all over again, right?
Yeah.
You know, the campaign. Now he can just sort of stealth come in at the end,
Right.
you know, and join the race.
That sounds like that could be interesting, right? Do you think he will, really?
I kind of do.
Wow.
I think he's got a shot.
You know, we have people out there watching. Many of them have been writing in emails for the last, couple of days since we mentioned that you were going to come on, and they all want me to talk politics on the show because I never really talk politics on the broadcast.
But you're a political guy. You pay attention to that
I do. I watch CNN pretty well all day in the background. It's on. It's freaking me out.
Is it? Yeah.
It's driving me nuts.
I come down here to the States, man. I come to LA. I put on CNN, and I feel like I'm missing what's happening in the world.
Yeah, because it's a complete. Well, you miss the Canadian news too, I guess, right? Do you miss that? Do you miss seeing
news? I mean, it's everything. It just seems like everything down here is about a kidnapped blonde girl or some weird Well, I mean, I guess the sort of Scooter Libby stuff was kind of a big deal, and that played well in Canada. But if there's not a huge international news story, you won't hear about something outside of your own state.
Yeah, yeah.
It's mind-blowing,
Right.
actually.
Do you watch the news a lot?
All the time.
Yeah. What do you watch? What news do you watch?
I watch, you know what, actually most of it I watch online. I read stories online and then I go and I try to find the news story wherever it may be. But I have Newsworld, CBC Newsworld on. I watch CNN, I watch Fox News, I like to laugh. So I put things on like that, as well. But MSNBC is a pretty good channel.
What's your favorite interview that you've ever done?
That I've ever done?
The most sort of exciting one for you that you were sort of surprised that you were in the moment sitting there going, with Al Gore, or was it with...
About 7 o'clock in the morning outside of a hotel in Toronto, I got into a cab with Bono, and we rode to the airport on his way out of town. And my friend Dave, who I worked with at Much Music, sat in the front seat with the big camera. It wasn't even a DV camera, I had a big beta cam, and he fit between the driver and the middle seat and filmed Bono and I just having a discussion about Africa, politics, things like that, the band.
Yeah.
And that was one of those moments where I kind of looked and went, wow, this is weird.
Yeah, yeah. And he says he's a fan of yours.
He's a nice guy. He's a very good guy.
You go to your IMDb page, it says at the end, or Wikipedia page, on yours it says Bono is a fan of yours.
Wikipedia also said that 9 years before I was born, I partnered in the killing of John F. Kennedy, where I was a part of it.
But how would that?
I don't know. I thought for a second that was impossible, but then I thought, maybe we're just that good.
Yeah.
Maybe we are.
It's amazing the false information on there.
Totally.
Just pranksters. We're going to have them coming in tonight. We've got Skype.
Yep.
I'm actually excited also to show you something, because we haven't been showing a lot of these field pieces on the show, but we were out in Saskatchewan. I was driving around Saskatchewan a couple of weeks ago, and I used your name. I dropped your name several times. It was before I knew how to pronounce your name properly.
Where would you drop my name?
I was trying to sneak into CBC Saskatoon, and I figured because you do a show on the CBC, and I was walking by, and unfortunately I couldn't find the shot of it, but there was a great shot of you on the front door of CBC Saskatoon, or on the window there, and then we snuck in there. And would you like to see that?
Yeah, sure, man.
And then maybe we could take some calls. I can go ask Logan how the Skype's working here. It's a short clip, and then we'll be back. Talking, looking at some more clips from YouTube, and maybe talking about your website, site and stuff with George Stroumboulopoulos. We're out on the streets today of Saskatoon, and I'm wearing these headphones.
Downtown.
Oh, good.
Yes,
Now, what are you doing downtown today?
I don't downtown today is I have a go to Soros, so I go to work.
Where do you work downtown?
Asia.
Asia. Okay, is that a restaurant?
Yes.
Okay, what kind of food is that there?
Yes, food is food.
Yeah, what kind of food? Is this music driving you nuts or what? Is this music driving you nuts or what? No, I'm sorry, I said, is this music driving you nuts or what? Sorry. Is this music here driving you nuts or what?
Rappers back.
Do you guys want to bust a freestyle for us right now on the National Level-Vision?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Check it
You
out.
got notes and everything.
Yeah. My name's Oganad. What's going down? Soda pop here. Engaging the crowd. Getting played loud. It's my time to shine. Singing songs, spitting rhymes, sending shivers down spines. Pop, pumping it hot. I don't care, you bastard kids can call me Pop. The rap game's newest hero, zero to the top. Making music for all. I'm the answer to the call. I woke up in a field like my life wasn't worth living. It's full of killing and drug dealing. Fuck the judge, smoke some weed, need some healing. Screw what the prosecutor's feeling. I'm tired of the police trying to lock me in jail. They see me living a little swell.
Check it out. We'll put that up on TomGreen.com, okay?
TomGreen.com.
Yeah, little video clip up on there. Everybody say hi to TomGreen.com here. Look into the camera here, everyone.
Yeah.
We're here in downtown Saskatoon, outside the local CBC radio station. Let's see if we can make some funny sounds on the radio. Hey, we were just rolling through town, and we were wondering if we could make some funny sounds on the radio. Are you live right now?
No.
No?
No, we're not live right now.
Oh. Is there anywhere we could make funny sounds on the radio?
Well, we don't really normally broadcast out of here.
Really? It's a radio station though, right? Hi. How are you? What's going on? Yes. Oh, you were trying to track me down today?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. Well, we came to...
We hear you're walking around.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know George Stroumboulopoulos.
Do you?
Yeah, I know George
Tom, can I do a quick interview with you?
Stroumboulopoulos.
Can I do a quick
I know
interview
George
with you?
Stroumboulopoulos. He was in my house last week.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys are good friends.
We're getting that way.
Good buddies.
I could actually show you a text message chain that I have on my cell phone right now with George Stroumboulopoulos, if you
Tom,
don't believe
if you're
me.
available, I would love to do a quick interview with you as to why you're touring Saskatchewan. We hear you're doing a little tour.
Okay, here, let me check my schedule.
Yeah.
Yes, I can make it to the interview. Yeah, thanks for interviewing us. You know, we just literally barged in here because I saw a picture of George Stroumboulopoulos on the window. Yeah, you know, I'm a good friend of George Stroumboulopoulos. He was in my house in Los Angeles a few weeks ago.
Well, only in Saskatchewan.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Only in Saskatchewan.
I didn't think you could barge.
You couldn't have done it if you were in Toronto because they have security guards, but we don't have security guards.
Right, you can just barge right into the mighty CBC and throw yourself on the air.
Yes, you can.
That's Saskatchewan hospitality right there.
It certainly is.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cool. Yeah, you'll see the Susie in a
I want
minute.
to see Susie.
We fell in love,
So where was she?
the goat and I.
But so
She was in Moose Jaw,
Moose Jaw.
just outside of Moose Jaw. Okay, see you guys. Watch the rest of backwards driving, okay? Show everyone in the office
I will.
the funny part when I'm driving backwards. And the people have to pass me on the right on the field, and it's funny. Okay? See you. Thanks, man.
That's awesome, man.
That's fun, right?
You got my name right most of the time. That's cool.
Yeah. I was just walking down the street in Saskatoon a couple of weeks ago after you had come up here, and then I saw your picture there on the wall. Thought that would be fun. So cool. Now wait, you are visiting town now?
Yeah, I am. I live in Toronto full time. That's where we shoot the hour. But I like to come down here a lot. This is a great place to be. So I try to spend as much of my summer as I can here. And 10 or 15 times out of 16 times in the winter, I'll come down here on the weekends.
Oh really?
Yeah.
You got to get. It's not that cold in Toronto though.
Not cold enough though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 34 years old, man. I'm over the winter.
We're going out drinking tonight.
Are we? Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
I mean,
my
I'm
Sprite.
drinking. And that's going to be fun. We have people calling on Skype. You know, I would say that our audience is made up of, we believe it is 30% Canadian.
Oh.
Yeah.
I watch the show.
Per capita, it is definitely our largest contingency.
Very nice.
Hello, you're on the air. Where are you calling from, Ken? And did you? We're hoping that we're going to have a good technical night with Skype. We've increased our broadband here. We're going to get good audio here. You have a question for George?
How's it going?
Hey, how are you, man?
I watched the hour. I can't believe you got Noam Chomsky. What was that like?
It was all right. You know, when I started on the hour in December of 2004, before we even launched our show, I sent Noam an email just completely out of the blue to his university account, and he responded. And then, I sent him a few emails trying to get him on the show. We had a producer named Paul who started chasing him down. It was neat because Noam has got such a big brain that when he starts talking, you're just kind of going, what? Where, what? And then he sort of like Robertson Davies. He ties it all in at the end. But for a while, Noam kind of goes on his little trips. You know.
Where does he live?
He's in Boston. So, yeah, he's at Boston. MIT, yeah. But he's a really nice man. And you walk into his office and he doesn't have a computer. He doesn't have a computer in his office or any of that, but if you write him an email, he'll write you back. Because he spends like 8 hours a day on his computer at home, where he's just responding.
But he must have a lot to say about what's going on with the internet now.
Oh my God, between the internet and the wars and the oil situation, and especially now that Iraq resembles Vietnam to some, he and South America, it's still going on there with Hugo Chavez. Noam is just like churning books out, always got something to say.
Yeah, cool. Hey, thanks for your call. Don't get that close to the camera, okay? It's, you're right in front of us here. You're freaking us out. Hey, thanks, Ken. Appreciate it. That's awesome. Nice to have you on the show.
Good to see you, man.
Oh, and look, the Skype is working great. We've got people with actual questions.
That's nice.
Can
I say before we take another call?
Yeah, we can.
That I truly believe that this is maybe the best talk show in the world. What you're doing here. I've been making television for a long time. What he's doing, Tom, and his people, is a revolution. What you're pulling off here, you walk into the front door of his house, you hang right into the living room, and there's a TV studio. Yeah. This is unbelievable.
Well, I kind of feel like we built an airplane here, and every night I fly it right into the ground.
What's amazing is that you get to fly a new one tomorrow.
Yeah, right. It is fun though. I'm having a lot of fun. Last night actually was the first night in the history of the show I just bailed on the show. I had no guest. Halfway through the show, we started selling my stuff on eBay from the garage.
But you didn't
Put that
really,
up on the screen, by the way. We're selling my personal effects on eBay now.
But you didn't totally bail because I mean you'll finish the show at 2 o'clock in the morning with your dog.
Yeah. We did, and I went on later actually last night, feeling guilty that I bailed on the show, and went on for about an hour and a half last night in the middle of the night. Literally at around 2:30 in the morning, I woke up and I said, I really didn't do a full show tonight, and I combed my hair and I put on a tie, I came out here and I flipped the switch, and I went on for an hour and a half.
It's incredible.
People were calling, saying barrel roll, screaming barrel roll at me. These people here, this guy here. Hey, how you doing on the phone?
Oh, hey, I'm on air.
Do a barrel roll.
No, I'm not gonna barrel in, bro.
All right, cool. Yeah, talk to George here. The phone's right beside him here.
How are you, man?
Hey, how's it going?
What's happening, dude?
Hey, Tom, I just had a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead, yeah.
Carl, when are you getting the t-shirts?
The new t-shirts are coming into the store in 2 days, yeah. Come on, don't call and ask about the t-shirts. We got a big television host and personality here, and he's calling to ask me about my t-shirts.
But I want to wear one of your t-shirts.
Oh, yeah, I'll give you a t-shirt.
Yeah, I'll wear a t-shirt.
I'll give you a t-shirt.
Cool.
Hey, what's going on? Where are you? Oh, how you doing tonight? What's going on, man? Where are you calling from? Robbie.
Hey, Tom, man.
Oh,
Down in Ontario.
You can't put on these guys with the hats. They're obviously up to no good. You know what I mean? If you see a guy with his face covered, he's one of these mud clips barrel roll freaks. You know? All right.
Nice.
But
I love it, man. It's this relationship with the audience, this two-way conversation and it's some of it's good and some of it's tense. It's cool.
It's
man.
very tense. It's very tense. They're driving me to an early grave, I think, these kids. How's it going, Greg?
Oh, good.
What's going on?
Oh, nothing. Just sitting around.
Yeah? Very good. Yeah. Oh, good. So this is about the third or fourth time you've called. Why don't you, next time you call, this time you've already, failed to do it, but next time you call, just when you get on, just a second you get on, just ask a question, it'll make it seem almost as professional as a real show.
Okay. So, George, I just wondered what it was like working at Much Music.
Yeah, it was all right. I did it for about 5 years and I had fun, but
that was actually,
it was a good question.
Yeah, you had a question. That's awesome. I appreciate that.
About 3 years into it, I realized that I wasn't watching the channel anymore, and I went there because I like talking music and issues, and I liked having fun too. But as time went on, it was more and more about how much Britney Spears gum was going for on eBay, and I just wanted to hang myself, man. I just couldn't do it anymore. So I took a look at this show that I was shooting called Fandemonium, which was a good show, but I thought, I'm in my 30s. I really shouldn't be doing this show anymore. So I just decided to look for something else.
Was it like a Total Request Live kind of show?
No, it was weird. It was like you take two music fans and you make them do a bunch of things to prove who's the bigger fan.
Yeah.
And it was all right. It was fun, but I was thinking, you know what? I've done this. It's time for me to go.
Much Music, of course, is the Canadian sort of, I guess, version of MTV in a lot of ways. In a lot of ways, it kind of predated MTV in a lot of ways.
Yeah, well, I mean, the New Music certainly did. And to me, Greg, it was always about working on the New Music and the Punk show. Doing those two shows were really big to me because I got to interview people that were inspiring and people that were interesting, some who were full of shit or whatever, and it was just nice to have those conversations. The other shows I did so that I could keep doing the shows like the New Music and Loud and the Punk show.
You do a radio show on Sunday nights too?
Sunday nights.
A talk show?
That's right.
In Toronto? Is it national?
It's in Toronto and Montreal.
Okay.
But to add more markets in the fall.
What do you talk about on that show every night?
It's kind of, we started off doing more newsy political stuff, and then I got bored of that because that's kind of what we did on the TV show when I was on News World. So now we do things like advice, and Bob Mackwitz Jr. and myself, the two guys who do the show, our whole slogan is, we don't know you, we don't know anything, so what do you want to know? And we offer personal advice to people, and we just do interviews, and we just talk about random. We take questions from the audience called
that's cool.
Questions about stuff.
We could do that tonight.
Yeah, we
could do that tonight.
Yeah, we could provide advice.
Give advice to some people. Would you like some advice?
Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
Do a barrel roll for me.
Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about.
There you go.
One every night. Hey, thanks for your call.
Thanks, Greg.
Hey, let's see that Arnold Schwarzenegger interview real quick, because I just, we pull this off YouTube, and to be honest with you, I'm hearing Steve. I put her out back.
Your dog, yeah.
My dog. I put her out back because I knew she was flipping out tonight for some reason. For some reason, she was really excited to see you.
Well, I get along really well with dogs. I don't know why.
Yeah. And so I put her out there, and I literally can hear her yelping back there.
Bring her back in.
So why don't we have a quick look at some of the interview we pulled off YouTube. I'm going to dash back there, get Steve, and she's going to come in here.
All right.
And we're here with George Stroumboulopoulos. And play that clip there, Logan. I'm just going to get another drink, too. And give us a
There's a lot of things we can talk about. Let's start with Arnold Schwarzenegger, the environmentalist, or the governor is the environmentalist. Like, how did this sort of the process begin for you?
I didn't start out being an environmentalist. I was driving my big Hummers. But, you know, as soon as you take on a responsibility like this, you start thinking in that direction, because we all recognize and realize that we have global warming, and there's certain things that we all need to do, and we have to set certain standards, and we have to, come up with laws that roll back the greenhouse gases and protect our water and protect the oceans and the coastline and the fish and all of those things, protect our land and make sure that we have enough drinking water and safe drinking water in the future, and also make sure that, we can stop that global warming thing.
Did you have a moment where you said, or maybe I should actually start doing something now? I mean, I think you're the reason Hummers are for civilians. Didn't you have the first one? So, like, did you have a moment where you sat back and thought, I think I can do more now?
She's,
Okay,
we're on.
We're on, yeah?
I thought we weren't watching full screen that time.
It was, for part of it, it was.
Oh, for part of it was, yeah.
It's funny, we sat down and started talking, and everything was totally chill, and it was just a regular interview. You know, and you keep you're focused on the conversation. And then the moment he said, for the first time, California,
yeah,
I just was like, I had this moment where I went, oh no, I'm that guy, right? I heard all the Saturday Night Live jokes came out and all that stuff.
Right.
California, I went, oh God, I got to keep it together.
Man, did you ask him about that?
No, I didn't. We didn't get into that. We had about 12 minutes. We know it's funny. We flew to LA to do an interview with him. He changed it to San Francisco, then Oakland. So then we flew to Oakland, San Francisco, drove to Oakland, sat down in that community center for what would have been a 12-minute interview, 15-minute interview, and the moment it was done, he flew back to LA.
Wow.
So we could easily just stayed here and done the interview here.
Oh man, yeah.
But he was actually really nice. He looked tired, man.
Yeah.
He looked tired. I think being a governor is hard work in this.
I bet.
6th largest economy in the world, right? California.
How hard do you chase down these interviews? It's cool to hear you talk about getting Noam Chomsky, writing letters, and is this something you sort of think of someone that you really want to talk to, and you focus on trying to find that person?
It is. You know, we have this team of producers on our show who, I mean, they're amazing. Everybody's got different points of view, different ways to approaching a show like ours. So it's like, hey, I want to talk to this person. Hey, I want to talk to this person. And we're like, all right, let's just go find them. So we have this team of producers who chase down guests. A lot of times, if we're trying to get a certain politician, I'll be text messaging the politician back and forth while one of our producers is talking to their publicist. So we're,
so you kind of like hang with all the Canadian politics, the politicians. You're
some
out there.
Some of them are in the same room sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, you get to know them over the time. But I'm not really a hangout guy.
But you're text messaging them though.
Yeah.
You're text messaging the Prime Minister of
No,
Canada.
no, not him. Not him. Although I did. It was really weird. I did the NHL awards last week, or no, a couple of weeks ago, and I went on stage with Trish Stratus, and we walked on, and the Prime Minister was sitting in the front row, and I just had this moment where I thought, that's weird.
Yeah, it's strange when you get close to...
He's just sitting there.
I had a similar thing in Canada where I was right in front of Jean Chrétien, and I'm sitting there. I was presenting him with a kitten.
That's amazing.
But
you just talked out in front of his house, didn't you?
I did, yeah. That was about 6 or 7, maybe 10 years earlier, though, I guess. That was on Rogers Cable. We used to go, living in Ottawa, growing up in Ottawa, we used to go stalk him at his house, yes.
I remember being sick as a dog. It would have been 1996 or 7. I was working at a sports radio station called The Fan, and I was up one night. I couldn't sleep. I don't sleep when I'm sick, so I'm up, I'm wrapped in a blanket, I'm on my bed, I'm on my couch, and I'm flipping the channels, and I come across Rogers Cable 10, and that was the episode where you had painted your parents' house plaid after they left. You were a kid, right? And I was watching you laughing my ass off, and I was calling my friends. It was late at night. I think they're airing it like 1 or 2 in the morning. Call my friends, going, "Who's in this Tom Green guy? Who's this Tom Green guy?" And this is before everybody had the internet. So I mean, some people did.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like there was this regular database of just Google Tom Green.
That was so exciting for us personally when Rogers Community Cable 10 decided to pick up the show, because we were doing it for Rogers Community 22 in Ottawa. And after 3 years of really, really wanting that Cable 10 pickup.
Sure, man.
So the public access people in Toronto could see it.
Well, and when I started asking it, like, have you seen this Tom Green guy? And I think I was a producer at the time hosting an overnight sports radio show, and people started to talk about you, and that was cable, that was community TV there.
Yeah.
And you were in one of those episodes. You were out front of 24 Sussex, which is our White House, by the way.
It's
24 Sussex.
Yeah, 24 Sussex. Yeah, it is our White House, isn't it? Yeah. It's exciting, to actually kind of a comfortable show tonight, having a Canadian broadcaster here. To be honest with you,
It's
it's nice. Well, because it's nice because, we're here talking about some stuff that, like Much Music, for instance, that was an early experience in realizing that I wanted to get into television.
Well, I'm curious your experience, because I remember again seeing the Check the OR video.
Yeah.
You know, and with your group Organized Rhyme, and you shot a video in Toronto, right?
Yeah.
And you were working with Ivan Berry, who is a legend in Canadian hip hop, maybe the legend.
Yeah.
For you, what was that first experience coming from Ottawa, coming to Toronto, getting a video on Much?
Yeah, well, it was a sort of that's why I see there's sort of some common experience there, because I remember being at Much Music and hosting the Rap City show one day, and sort of when I was 18 years old or something like that. But yeah, that's cool. I love Toronto, actually. Now, what's it like though, being from Toronto, seeing the Ottawa Senators go as far as they went?
It was a big discussion in Toronto, whether or not Toronto's Maple Leaf fans could actually support the Ottawa Senators, and the majority of them could not. I hate the Leafs. I'm a Habs fan, so I also hate the Senators.
Yeah.
So I could not root for the Ottawa Senators.
Really?
Yeah, I decided the Anaheim Mighty Ducks, the Ducks of Anaheim, had more Canadians than the Senators did. But it's funny, when I went to watch one game at whatever it's called now, Scotiabank Place, whatever, and I was really excited. I wanted it to go 7 games, and I wanted eventually Anaheim to probably win or to be a draw.
Really?
I'm a Habs fan. It's difficult for me to root for anybody else in the East.
Do you cheer for the American team?
Yeah, well, I couldn't cheer for anybody. I would cheer for good hockey.
Bring the cup home.
Yes, I know. But dude, if the Leafs won the cup, I could never live it down.
If the Leafs won the cup,
would you cheer for them?
The Ottawa fans would be cheering for the Leafs.
No, they wouldn't. They would go crazy.
No, they would be cheering.
Although there were a lot of Leaf fans in Ottawa that night.
Yeah, because then it becomes a Canadian thing. Once your team's out, it becomes a Canadian thing.
I'm not as mature as you are, I guess.
Yeah. I live in Los Angeles. I wasn't cheering for Anaheim.
But you're an Ottawa boy. They're your guys.
I know, but still, I live here now.
But in my heart, I did want them to do well.
Sell out. Hey, how's it going? You're on the air. Hey.
What's happening?
Hey, how you doing, man? Do a barrel roll.
Excuse me?
Do a barrel roll.
That's all right.
What's going on, man?
Who is this?
That's got to be the best feeling in the world for you to do that.
I'll tell you something a little crazy, actually. Last night, probably around 3 o'clock in the morning, actually, here by myself, hanging out with Steve and Annie and my macaw, Rex Murphy. And
do they know who Rex Murphy is?
Rex Murphy is, well, our Canadian audience does. Yeah. And if you do a IMDb or a Google search on Rex Murphy, you can find out who Rex Murphy is, a CBC
journalist.
You must know Rex Murphy.
I do know Rex, yeah.
Oh wow! I should introduce you on camera to the real Rex Murphy.
Okay, I'd love to meet you.
Rex Murphy is going to be living and squawking on this planet for at least another 60 or 70 years.
Long past us.
Yeah, long past Rex Murphy too.
That's right.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Long past.
Whoa!
Hey, how's it go? Oh, what did he just do?
Weird picture.
What did he just do?
I think one of his personal pictures showed up.
Oh, okay. Why didn't you delete him, Logan? Why are you telling me to do something that you should have done 10 minutes ago?
You said you exit.
I know, but when someone's flashing their hang up on them. God. Hey, how's it going? How are you, Sylvia? You're on the air, yeah? Okay, what's going on?
Hey, this Sylvia from Trois-Rivières.
John?
Hey Sylvia, how are you?
You remember me, John?
I do. Yes,
Oh, you know her?
Yeah, Sylvia came by the hour.
Should I hang up on her?
No, she's good.
I can hang up on her like that.
Good.
You don't have to deal with anything.
No, she's good.
You can just hang up on her.
No, she's cool.
Okay. What's going on?
I'm fine. Are you
gonna
be in Montreal?
Yeah, I'm coming to Montreal. I'm not sure which day yet, but for the Just for Laughs festival, either a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, I'm going to fly into Montreal from LA. So, are you going to be there?
Well, I'm going on Sunday, but I might be there as well on Tuesday.
All right, there you go. Well, I'm going to be there. I don't know, but I'll post it on MySpace or Facebook or something.
Where are you calling from?
Trois-Rivières.
Trois-Rivières, québécois.
Yeah.
Est-ce que c'est un écureuil, une grise écureuil manger une petite pièce de fromage maintenant, ce soir? Est-ce que c'est une... Oui, c'est une petite grise écureuil manger une pièce de pain sur la maison?
Un morceau de pain.
Oui. There is a small gray squirrel eating bread at your house right now? Eating a piece of bread? Eating a piece of cheese? No? Could you speak a little French for the international audience watching?
Bien sûr, je peux parler en français. Y a pas de
Pourquoi?
problème, est-ce que tu vas me comprendre?
Parle français avec... Est-ce que tu parles français un
No,
petit
I
peu?
can only watch the Habs games en français. That's
Oh
it.
oui, tu es un fan de le Habs
De la-
Montréal.
That's right.
Les habitants.
Les Canadiens de Montréal.
Les habitants.
That's right.
Les habitants, c'est les personnes ou habitaient along the rivers and right, the habitants, right? And they have pea soup.
That's right.
They've got a great pea soup. Hey, thanks for calling.
Et la soupe au pois.
Thanks for calling,
Bye,
Sylvia.
Sylvia.
Wait, do you want to just hang out for a minute with us? Why don't you?
Oui,
why,
bien sûr.
oui. Oui, c'est parfait. C'est parfait.
Cool.
C'est
Hey,
c'est
c'est
très
bien,
cool.
bien.
C'est très cool.
J'habitais à Ottawa avant, Tom.
Quoi?
I used to live in Ottawa before.
Oui. La ville,
Oui.
la ville d'Ottawa. Okay.
I used to live in Ottawa.
Oh oui, à Hull. Dans Hull,
I get to know.
Gatineau.
That's right. Hull, which is the place where hell we used to call it when we were kids, because you drive there when you were 16 years old because you didn't get into all the bars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, drinking age in Quebec was 18, but in Toronto it was, in Ontario it was 19. But for us, you can get into the bar at 15 or 16.
You would drive to Hull from Toronto?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We used to
really?
drive. We used to get. Me and some friends would get in the car and drive to Montreal. Leave at like 5 in the afternoon, get to Montreal by 11 or midnight, go to a club called Fufuna Electrique.
Yeah.
It was an awesome bar.
I've been there.
All night.
Still there.
Still there, yeah.
On St. Catherine Street.
St. Catherine, exactly, yeah. And then get in the car, drive back home, and go to work.
Oh yeah.
$7 pitchers of Labatt 5 ans.
Oh wow,
50,
really?
Yeah, it really. It was like drinking piss, from what I would imagine it would be like.
Would you be driving drunk?
I wouldn't.
No.
I wouldn't be driving drunk. Good question, though.
Hey, now here is Strombo.com. here.
Strombo.com.
Check this out. This is cool because that's of course not a good thing to do. Driving drunk is bad.
It's awful.
Everybody out there, of course, I never do it. Never have done it.
No, I don't do it. I don't even drink alcohol. So.
And I'm a person that drives a lot and drinks a lot.
And you've kept the two apart.
I keep them apart.
See,
I
you're
keep
good
them
at
apart. I keep them apart. Leonard Mills is like that too. He took a cab the other night.
Isn't Leonard Mills the guy that broke your keyboard?
Yeah.
On your shoulder, Leonard Mills broke your keyboard.
Buddy of mine.
Yeah, I saw him. Yeah.
So wait, here's your.
I'm thinking one of his MySpace friends.
Are you really?
That might be. If not, I will be.
Oh yeah, he's in my top 8. Now here we go. This is cool. Strombo.com. Strombo is your nickname.
That's right.
Do a lot of people call you Strombo?
Yeah. Stroumboulopoulos.com would have been. No one would have visited my site. He wouldn't get to it.
Well, Strombo.com's got a nice ring to it. Now what's on the site here?
So on the main header page there. You see that?
Now come on. No, what are you shoving your cat in our face now? We're here. We're trying to talk about Strombo.com. Oi, oi, oi.
Are you coming to walk again?
Tabernac.
Oh, come on, guys.
Esticalis. Tabernac.
If you are not French Canadian, then what you don't know is that Tom just said some very offensive stuff.
Tabernac. Sylvie. Tabernac. Tabernac, Sylvie. Tabernac. Colis. Okay, here we go.
All right, so that's Strombo.com.
Yeah.
Basically, it's just I post things that I come across online. I've actually written about your show in the past.
This is cool.
But when I first saw it online, and then I came back and saw it when I saw it in studio. I just put a picture of you and Bob Saget on.
Thanks for that's awesome. Do you blog?
Not really. I mean, I don't know. I tell every now and then. Basically, what I do, man, is I can't sleep. I'm an insomniac, so I just whatever it is what's entertaining me when I'm awake at night, I take that and I put it online. So I may write a couple of words, but I'm not really. I'm under the impression no one gives a shit what I have to say. So it's just like,
well, I mean, it starts to get a little weird when you start writing about personal stuff. I find,
which I don't do.
Yeah.
Do you do that?
I kind of like sort of teeter on the edge of how far I'm going. I don't really get into too much detail. I talk a lot about what we're doing here.
Yeah.
Is sort of what I like to talk about because that's sort of a big part of my life too. No,
of course, it's enormous. I mean, for me, I do sometimes. I'll start writing things and then I'll write 6 or 7 paragraphs, and I'll reread it, and I think, oh, what am I doing? I can't put that out there.
Yeah.
I once wrote an article, a post about the way I like to kiss. It was came from somewhere else, and I posted it, and when interviewers started interviewing me and asking me questions about that, I thought, whoa, where's that coming from?
Right.
And they said, oh, you wrote about it. Oh, that's right. I'm not going to do that again.
Yeah.
So I just took that
The
blog
printed
down.
word, once you print it and put it out there, it
there.
takes on a different kind of sort of life than when you just say something
Totally.
on video.
And you know what? You have to address it. I think if you write about it, and then an interviewer was in their rights to ask you about it.
Yeah.
If you put it out there. So, but I still do some of it. I do put it. What else I got on there? Oh, I got the Facebook page. You see on the left.
You have a Facebook. Is Facebook bigger in Canada than it is around the world?
Yeah, Facebook's really big in Canada right now. Did it start at U of T or University of Toronto? Or a lot of university students in Toronto were using it, I think. But I'm on Facebook. It's a bit too. There's way too much information on there. The only reason I started a Facebook page and a MySpace page for that matter is because there were fake versions of me on there, and dudes were saying really creepy things to girls. And I went, yeah, you know what? I'm going to be the one saying creepy things. So I started my own.
I've used that trick as well to explain my way out of a few creepy things that some girls have heard.
That's right.
Heard from these imposters of me online. It's just really incredible. The things that these people will say.
Intimate access to your personal thoughts.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. The disgusting things that they will say. I've heard back about this several times, some of these imposters. Merci beaucoup, Sylvia. Bonsoir.
Bye, Sylvia.
Je m'excuse pour les mots extrêmes. Les mots tabarnak, c'est un mot, c'est très extrême. Très extrême. Et les mots calice tabarnak, c'est très.
Say hi to your mom for me, Sylvia.
Extrême. Merci beaucoup, Sylvia.
Sylvia came to
bonsoir.
She came to see the hour one day in studio with her mom. She came down, so I met her and her mother.
Oh, okay, really? Yeah. So she's been to the show.
She's been to the show, yeah.
In Toronto.
Studio audience.
You have a big studio. Yeah. Do we have any clips that we pulled into the hopper of actual studio shots? Was there anything on YouTube today, Logan, of that?
I don't know if there are any.
What's top 5 mustaches?
Oh, we did a thing on the top 5 mustaches of all time. Jack Layton, the leader of the NDP, the New Democrat, very, I guess, a left-wing party in Canada, was on our show, and he's famous for having this big mustache. So we just decided to do the top 5 mustaches in honor of his appearance.
Oh, cool.
Basically,
we have that? Let's have a look at that. Yeah.
Number 5, this guy
full screen.
Was so funny that after 1945, no one dared to wear that mustache again. That's why no one wants to
Hitler joke.
Also, Borat. Look at this. The stash is there to imply virility. Pamela, how could you resist him? Probably the most famous foreign mustache right now, especially since, this one is, it's retired. How about this? Say your prayers. Ned Flanders, Churchill FM. Come on, ladies. Ned's hot. You know it. You love him. This stash gives him a hint of mystery. Jack Layton.
I am honored and humbled.
The question remains, can a guy with a mustache be the prime minister these days? Or is it just too cheesy? Give him credit, though. He's always trim. At the very least, he's Minister of Grooming in anyone's cabinet. And finally, the #1 mustache of all time, say it with me, people, Tom effin' Selleck. Magnum P.I., best mustache of all time. Tommy was the man. I dreamed of being like Magnum, and word is he might take over the NRA after Charlton.
I find that amazing. Yeah, Magnum P.I. probably is the best mustache of all time, beating out Charlie Chaplin. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, totally.
That the art that has come out just in our lifetime.
Yeah, we've had it all. I think Tom Selleck with the Tigers cap. Tom Selleck as Magnum P.I., one of the first heroes on TV who, when he punched a bad guy, hurt his hand.
Yeah.
So he was like our guy, but he grew that incredibly straight mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack Layton, he has a pretty extreme mustache for a politician.
It is,
really.
yeah. I don't know if a mustachioed man could be prime minister. I don't know if a mustachioed woman could be prime minister. But I would hope that the Canadian voters would look beyond that.
Abraham Lincoln, of course, had a beard.
He had a beard, yes.
Sort of almost quite a grizzly kind of beard, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was
Abraham Lincoln's
certainly
beard.
near the end.
It was like a Grizzly Adams type Amish kind of thing.
Well, and Lincoln spawned perhaps one of the greatest sort of jokes of all time, right? Aside from that, Mrs. Lincoln, how'd you like to play?
Okay.
Which I'm a big fan of.
Yeah, right.
When you're in an awkward situation.
Yes.
Aside from that, Mr. Lincoln, how'd you like to play?
Yes.
George Washington didn't have a beard, right? He had just wood chips for teeth.
Is that true? He actually had wood chips as teeth?
We said it on TV. It must be true.
He had wooden dentures.
Wooden dentures.
Yeah. Okay, look, let's take a phone call.
Okay.
Because, I should have let everyone know. 45 minutes has flown past.
What?
We got like 15 minutes left.
That's it?
Yeah.
Wow.
And that kind of, we can go over if we want.
As long as you want.
But it's, I always like to mention it at the 15-minute, 20-minute end of show point, just so we know what we're
We better start getting good.
Dealing with. No, this has been awesome. This is always it's a fun show when you have a broadcaster like yourself on, someone who can just talk without me having to really, because I'm basically constantly screwing the show up. So you've got to sort of jump in and just start talking and then give me a chance to figure out how to get this guy on the air or whatever I'm doing here.
Okay.
What's your name? This guy's kind of cool actually. I'd like to talk to that guy. He's a new Skype caller. Not that guy. How you doing?
Hello?
Hey, you got great audio, great video. You're on with George Stroumboulopoulos. Go ahead and ask a question or a comment.
Hello?
Yeah, how are you?
I'm on?
Hi,
All right.
You're on, man.
Hey, George, all right. My question for you is, how do you feel about losing Greatest Canadian? I'm a Canadian as well, and I voted for you.
Did you? But I don't think I was up for Greatest Canadian.
Really? I thought I just...
But you know what? I advocated on behalf of Tommy Douglas, who did end up winning. But listen, I
voted for you originally when they did like the write-ins and stuff.
Oh, you did? Well, thank you. Listen, I appreciate that. You'd be the only one who voted for me. And if I did win Greatest Canadian, I would suggest we should all move. That's what I would say. But
Who
thank
won
you.
Greatest Canadian? Elliott Trudeau?
No, Tommy Douglas.
Oh, Tommy Douglas actually won.
David Suzuki came in at number 5. Tommy Douglas was number 1.
Also a leader of the NDP party.
Yes, he was. That's right.
Yeah, and related to Kiefer Sutherland, I believe.
He's grandfather.
Grandfather, yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey.
Dave Suzuki needs to sit down, shut up, and
man, this is
take a hit.
Take a hit. I don't think Suzuki needs to sit down or shut up. Whether or not he wants to rock the guns, I guess that's okay.
Can we show this? I don't know. I don't know if we can show that. Cut away from that, Logan. I didn't mean that. I didn't think it was so extreme. What kind of show is this tonight?
That's amazing.
Hey, thanks for your call. Love
you, Tom Green.
Yeah, thanks, man. But come on, man. We got kids watching in 17 countries.
Skype is the best. Amber MacArthur, you should hear. She has this tech blog that's on Sunday nights. She's the one that introduced me to Skype.
Yes, she's interviewed me on Skype.
Oh, has she?
Yeah. Amber went to my high school.
Really?
Believe it or not, Amber, who went to my high school, contacted me on Facebook, Canadian broadcaster, and we did a Skype thing right here for her
that's
show.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Amber and Leah Laporte have a show on Sunday nights. They used to listen to a podcast. They'll do when I'm around.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, now, what are you doing over there, Logan? You're playing with some stuff over there?
Oh, I know who this girl is.
You know, who's this? You know Dirty Sweet Jane?
I do.
I bet you do.
Hey, hello, how are you?
I have a feeling it can't.
She can't hear us.
Nah, she just doesn't know what she's doing with the computer, unfortunately. It's quite the thing to figure out. I mean, you see them doing this on CNN now, where they're taking calls from people on YouTube and the debates and all this stuff. But it's not live, It's because live, you're everybody's kind of got to have the right computer. Mm-hmm. We've got a frequently asked questions thing on the front of our site that explains how to do this.
Yeah.
How to do it. See, you have to wear headphones. You have to set your Skype up. Properly.
But this is just...
Tabelnack, you have to set that Skype up properly, Tabelnack.
You're just laying the foundation. In a year and a half from now, this will be commonplace for everybody. So everybody will be able to do it.
Yeah, it's neat. The technology's getting better. The internet's seems to be getting faster. It seems to be, hey, how you doing? What's going on?
Hey, is it me?
Yeah. Look in your camera. Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, man.
There you are.
Sorry, I wanted to know what your favorite band you've worked with was. Not you, Tom.
Yeah, no,
my favorite band. I've always been a really big fan of the guys in System of a Down and Queens of the Stone Age.
Oh yeah.
Working with interviews with Queens of the Stone Age were a lot of fun. Foo Fighters as well. I think right now Dave Grohl and Jack White from the White Stripes. Those two guys are. In 10 years from now, they'll grace the covers of the music magazines as the heroes of our generation. And I think that working with, because Jack White is so particular about what he wants, he knows the White Stripes brand. I really like that guy. And anytime Metallica walks in the room, bro, it's pretty cool, because that's Metallica.
Cool. Also, I got one more question. I heard in Canada, milk comes in bags.
You're absolutely right. Nice hat.
Yeah. Awesome, man.
That's cool.
That's cool. Thanks for calling. It does come in bags. I used to like squirting those bags. You'd get them and then you'd smack a pencil into it or something and just
go everywhere.
Go nuts. Yeah.
We really had to have a certain amount of money to be able to do that.
Yeah, I almost feel bad that we let him go. He was.
I liked him. I like his hat.
So let's do a little rapid fire segment here. Oh, and let's. Can we put up the eBay page quickly? And we should we should also. Yeah, I'm selling some of my personal items on eBay. There's a bumper dumper in there. This is a cool toilet seat that you can attach to the back of your trailer hitch of your car, and you can essentially go to the bathroom anywhere you need to go.
So like if you pull into a rest stop and you want to take a crap in front of everybody?
Right there, back up into some trees.
That's amazing.
Yeah, unbelievable.
That's amazing.
But I just sort of decided yesterday to go through my garage, and Logan set up the whole eBay page. Thank you very much, Logan. Did a great job with that. And I'm actually thinking this is going to help fund the Webovision. I mean, we have some stuff that I was literally, I didn't think, people would see a value in this plastic dancing James Brown character I have.
He dances and he shouts.
It's going for $105 right now.
That's amazing.
That's just something that was sitting in my garage. So I think I'm becoming like an eBay addict.
Are we sure it's not just the real James Brown who hasn't in fact been buried?
Can you run and grab that, actually? Can you run and grab that, Logan? Is it plugged in, ready to go?
I think Ken is still hanging around.
It's go. We should show everybody that. Hey, Ken, you're back. How's it going? Back for more. What's going on?
No, I was just sitting here surfing the web, and you called me back.
Really? That's cool.
Well, you were great, man. We just, you earned it.
Yeah, well, that's good. It's good to see you again. Have you been watching the show, or?
Yeah.
Really? You
question.
Yeah. Have you stayed watching the show all this time?
Sure, it's strange while I surf the web.
Oh, that's good. So you know what's going on around here, then. That's cool. We're having a good night.
You talked on one of your shows about Apple versus the Beatles.
Yeah.
Now, do you think Zoom has actually taken the point that you was trying to make about another player coming in to take Apple's thunder?
I don't think we can tell what you're saying. Your computer's...
Aqua versus the Beatles?
Aqua...
No, Apple versus the Beatles. You did a show about that.
You did a show about Apple versus the Beatles.
Oh yeah, you're talking about
something about they didn't want iTunes, their music on iTunes.
That's right. Yeah. When I think isn't Universal Music got into a fight with iTunes right now as well. I think that whole thing, like that cat's out of the bag, man. I don't know who ultimately is going to win that, but I assume it will probably be the Apple people who end up winning that. The Beatles are available.
Look at this shot. Ladies and gentlemen, you can get this amazing James Brown character. It's my personal James Brown character. For sale on eBay. Show the eBay information there. This amazing toy is, can you put that eBay information up there, Logan? Is my personal toy. It is available on eBay. The auction is open for a week.
That's amazing, man.
Some looks good on the Webovision too, though.
You sure you want to sell this?
It's actually suddenly, I don't want to sell it anymore. You know?
Instead of having a laugh track, you can just hit the button and that's your laugh track.
Man, I feel bad that it's for sale all of a sudden. Can we take that off eBay, or is that gone? I'm going to end up going and buying one with the money I make off of it.
You have to buy it back.
It's an amazing thing. We'll have to...
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, and he sort of fits in nicely on the desk there.
Yeah, I think so,
Look at all the shots of him. Look at all the shots. Not that one. Cut to all the shots. There's a good one. I like that shot.
That's a great shot. It's only $100. Should be at least $5.
Yeah. So Ken, now, can I stop it? Oh, you can stop it too. Oh, that's good. Okay, let's take this and put it over here for a second. Put it on here. Hey, Ken, do you have any more questions?
That's it.
Really, yeah?
Thanks, sir.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Cheers.
Excellent.
We're trying to build some sort of a system with the computer here where we're able to have a whole bunch of people lined up on there. But we haven't got... What's wrong with that? Why is that not working tonight? Normally we have like a couple of people waiting. Is there a reason?
Caitlin was just online.
I haven't been since.
Well, we'll do a post-mortem after the show. Yeah, let's not argue about it on camera anymore. I keep sort of having these sort of moments sometimes on the show where, showtime starts, and I kind of realize 15 minutes into the show that there's still like a lot of things that aren't working, and I forget, every night, and then I get upset about it in the middle of the show.
Yeah. That happens to me during my radio show.
You do?
Oh yeah, man. You throw to something doesn't work the way you thought it would, and then you're talking, and while you're talking, you're looking through the glass, like just continuing to have your conversation on the air, going, and then you have that moment like, I'm killing myself over here. I'm killing myself. Yeah. Usually it's my fault.
Yeah.
But then in the commercial break, you try to reconnect and try to put it together.
How long have you been broadcasting for? You went to school for broadcasting?
Yeah, I went to Humber College. I joined the Army on a dare when the pre-First Gulf War. Look at me, I shouldn't be in the Army.
Really? Okay.
And it was quickly apparent. But,
Canadian Army?
Canadian Army, yeah, a militia. So, but what happened was, I went to Humber College for radio broadcasting in 1991, and I worked in Kelowna, BC, out west at a rock station. I was a mascot. So I would host a metal show on Monday nights, assist in the music department as an intern, and then to pay my rent at $10 an hour, I wore the big green furry lizard costume. And this is before I didn't used to drink it, so I was just right. I get 3 o'clock in the morning, he'd be out partying, get right hammered, man. I go, so I go put the lizard costume on and start being drunk and walking down the halls of the apartment I was living in.
That's what I do here every night on the show.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
The freaking people out. My friends who would be stoned would be paranoid because they'd open the door and this lizard would be like, yo, what's going on, Kyle? And they're like, look, man, click. So it was a lot of fun. That was in the very early days. And so I guess it's been about 14 years, though, that I've been doing this. It's been fun.
Yeah, that's really cool. Now, what's it like? How many people do you have working on your show? You have like 25, 30
about 25 people, 25, 30 people on the TV show. On the radio show, it's just like 2.
So what's that like? Kind of. How do you operate? Do you work there every day? Do you go into the office every day and kind of work with everybody?
Yeah, we sort of joke about it, but it kind of feels like the day starts mid-August and ends mid-June. Like you go in the morning, you have story meetings where people pitch ideas for the show. Then you have guests. You start pre-recording voices or whatever throughout the day, and then somewhere around 5 o'clock you start, or 4:30 you start live to tape. You do the show, and then after that you kind of go home. You have a bite to eat. I get on the phone with the executive producer Jen Detman, and the two of us just kind of go through the next day's show, the next week's show, the overarching season. So it's kind of it feels like 20-hour days. But you know what? I look at my grandmother. She worked hard for a living. I get to, at the end, no matter how many hours I put on, I still go on the air and talk.
Yeah.
That ain't that bad.
Yeah, that's fun. With an audience, too. That must be fun to have a studio audience.
Totally. I didn't actually want a studio audience at first. CBC wanted them.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to. I thought, the budget, like in Canada, small budget, so you went, you know what, I'd rather use that budget on producers, but they really wanted somebody in there. Kirsten Layfield, who's the head of the network, said they really wanted a studio audience. So I thought, okay, fine, we'll do that. We thought we'd get about 30 people a night. That's all I wanted, was a small, intimate audience, very one-on-one, or 1-on-30, as it were. But we end up getting where between 60 and 100 people a night come in, and we pack the audience every night. It's actually really cool. And then during the show, during the commercial breaks or whatever, I'm talking to the audience, taking questions, and then after the show, I'll stay as late as anybody wants to stay, and we'll just keep talking, answering questions, or doing whatever.
Oh, that's
cool. It's a really neat thing. I never thought in a million years I would work at CBC, and they've sort of really been very supportive and let us do what we want. It's a great place to work. The people there are wicked. And I never would have thought they'd let us get away with the stuff.
You work in that great building on King Street?
Yeah, it looks beautiful outside. Inside, the interior design is like a dentist office. It's soulless in terms of the interior design. But it's actually...
It's cool, though, the way it's all open in the middle. And
the big atrium. Yeah, it's amazing, man. It's a great place to work. And you actually look at it and go, hey, that's the CBC.
Yeah.
That means something in Canada, so I'm happy to be there.
Yeah, that's amazing. Okay, cool. So let's take a last Skype of the night. A couple minutes left in the show. And... it's been great having you here.
Oh, it's been a blast. I watch the show all the time.
I appreciate you doing it because, it's cool. No, and we just met. What was it? A couple of months ago. You're a good friend of mine, David Alexanian.
Yeah, he just called me. He's in Tanzania right now, and I'm going to fly to South Africa and meet them for the last leg of the motorcycle ride.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
Tonight would have been the night that I really I've been meaning to show their website. Because
is it longwaydown.com?
Longwaydown.com. Yeah. And there's several other sites. Long Way Down. UK, there's one as well that's supposed to be, that he's working on right now, and he's driving through Africa, a friend of ours through Africa, with Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor
we
and
should
Charlie
probably
Borman.
mention Ewan McGregor and Charlie Borman, but Ewan McGregor from Obi-Wan Kenobi, was he?
Yes, he was.
He was Obi-Wan.
He was Obi-Wan. He was
young Obi-Wan Kenobi.
He was also Renton, wasn't he, in a Train Spotting, which was just a masterpiece.
Oh yeah, of course.
In Shallow Grave. Yeah, they're riding from John O'Groats in Scotland to Cape Town, 24,000 kilometers. I've done 6,000 kilometers. 24,000 is insane, and riding through North Africa, man, and once you get sub-Saharan Africa, the roads are, you do 5 miles a day in some places. So it's
you're
tough.
actually going to meet up with them?
Yeah, I'm going to go and ride. They want me to. David said to meet him. I guess the last 7 hours of the trip, they kind of, as they ride in for the big victory lap, a bunch of bikes kind of come behind him in a convoy formation, just all sort of coming together.
Oh my gosh!
And I mean, the opportunity of riding motorcycles in South Africa, you just got to do it.
How exciting is that going to be?
Totally.
Well, the long way down was the first one, or the long way around, was the first one, where they drove around the world, was an amazing piece of reality travel.
Yep, I watched it every night in bed, man. And I was every episode thinking, I got to do that. I've got to do that. So.
Oh well, it's been great having you on the show tonight.
Oh my God, it's been a blast.
Man,
Callers have been awesome. It's been great.
Yeah, are you going to be here in town a lot over the next year or so?
Yeah, I think so. I'll be down here pretty regularly.
Yeah, you've got to come back, and we'll just keep this party going.
Anytime. If you on-demand viewers listen to go watch the Stone Cold Steve Austin and some of the crazy laughing in the background, that would be me.
Oh yeah, you were here the night Stone Cold Steve Austin was here.
So I'll come if you let me be in the audience. I will.
Oh, absolutely, anytime.
Which is your couch.
Yeah, anytime you want to come up and talk to some of our guests for the hour on CBC nightly, and on the radio on Edge.
We'll talk about that. Yeah.
On Sunday nights.
Sunday nights, right.
Sunday nights in Toronto and Montreal. George Stroumboulopoulos, thank you.
Pleasure, man. Thanks for having me.
Night, man.
Cool.
And I'm wearing these headphones.
Downtown.
Oh, good.
Yes,
Now, what are you doing downtown today?
I don't downtown today is I have a go to Soros. So I go to work.
Where do you work downtown?
Asia. Asia.
Asia. Okay, is that a restaurant?
Yes.
Okay, what kind of food is that there?
Food is food.
Yeah, what kind of food? Is this music driving you nuts or what? Is this music driving you nuts or what? No, I'm sorry. I said, is this music driving you nuts or what? Sorry. Is this music here driving you nuts or what?
Rappers back.
Do you guys want to bust a freestyle for us right now on the National Webovision?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Check it
you
out.
Got notes and everything.
Yeah. My name's Ogunad. What's going down? Soda pop here. Engaging the crowd. Getting played loud. It's my time to shine. Singing songs, spitting rhymes, sending shivers down spines. Pop, pumping it hot. I don't care, you bastard kids can call me Pop. The rap game's newest hero, zero to the top. Making music for all. I'm the answer to the call.
I woke up in a field like my life wasn't worth living. It's full of killing and drug dealing. Fuck the judge, smoke some weed, need some healing. Screw what the prosecutor's feeling. I'm tired of the police trying to lock me in jail. They see me living a little swell.
Check it out. We'll put that up on TomGreen.com, okay?
TomGreen.com.
Yeah, little video clip up on there. Everybody say hi to TomGreen.com here. Look into the camera here, everyone.
Yeah.
We're here in downtown Saskatoon, outside the local CBC radio station. Let's see if we can make some funny sounds on the radio. Hey, we were just rolling through town, and we were wondering if we could make some funny sounds on the radio. Are you live right now?
No.
No?
No, we're not live right now.
Oh. Is there anywhere we could make funny sounds on the radio?
Well, we don't really normally broadcast out here.
Really? It's a radio station though, right? Hi. How are you? What's going on? Yes. Oh, you were trying to track me down today?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. Well, we came to...
We hear you're walking around.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know George Stroumboulopoulos.
Do you?
Yeah, I know George
Tom, can I do a quick interview with you?
Stroumboulopoulos.
Can I do a quick
I know
interview
George
with you?
Stroumboulopoulos. He was in my house last week.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys are good friends.
We're getting that way.
Good buddies.
I can actually show you a text message chain that I have on my cell phone right now with George Stroumboulopoulos, if you
Tom,
don't believe
if you're
me.
available, I would love to do a quick interview with you as to why you're touring Saskatchewan. We hear you're doing a little tour.
Okay, here, let me check my schedule.
Yeah.
Yes, I can make it to the interview. Yeah, thanks for interviewing us. You know, we just literally barged in here because I saw a picture of George Stroumboulopoulos on the window. Yeah, you know, I'm a good friend of George Stroumboulopoulos. He was in my house in Los Angeles a few weeks ago.
Well, only in Saskatchewan.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Only in Saskatchewan.
I didn't think you could barge.
You couldn't have done it if you were in Toronto because they have security guards, but we don't have security guards.
Right, you can just barge right into the mighty CBC and throw yourself on the air.
Yes, you can.
That's Saskatchewan hospitality right there.
That certainly is.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cool. Yeah, you'll see the Susie in a
I want
minute.
to see Susie.
We fell in love.
So where was she?
The goat and I.
But so
She was in Moose Jaw.
Moose Jaw.
Just outside of Moose Jaw. Okay, see you guys. Watch the rest of backwards driving, okay? Show everyone in the office
I will.
the funny part when I'm driving backwards. And the people have to pass me on the right on the field, and it's funny. Okay? See you. Thanks, man.